Hello pioneers, today we're going to tell you good news about the PI Network project. We will analyze this and all other information and sit here to discuss the value of PI Network. Don't forget to subscribe to PI News World, like and comment. If you know PI Network project, your millionaire hearts can believe this news. PI Network users mistakenly believed the platform's new staking feature was a savings plan that locked their tokens for a year with no option to withdraw or cancel. On June 28th, PI Network introduced two new features during Pi 2-Day, Pi App Studio, which allows users to create and run apps using human language without needing a technical background, and ecosystem directory staking, which is designed to actively support and promote the ranking of Pi apps and utilities within the ecosystem. With ecosystem directory staking, users can place trust in an app they like by staking Pi tokens, either daily, monthly, or yearly to raise its rank and attract more attention, Huang An, an administrator of a PI Network Facebook group, explained. However, this does not mean users will earn any profits as some mistakenly believed. Many users admitted to misunderstanding the feature after being influenced by key opinion leaders within the Pi community. Articles promoting staking Pi for profit were widely circulated and gained a lot of attention, he said. Min Thuan, a Pi investor in HCMC, said, "I thought staking would help me earn Pi, so I staked 3,000 Pi in an app called Maps of Pi for a year. Now I can't withdraw them for transactions and don't know how to cancel." Anch Vu, a member of the Pi-focused Facebook group with over 200,000 members, said, "Many KOLs promoted ecosystem directory staking when it launched, showing off how they had staked tens of thousands of Pi tokens. I followed suit, but now I'm left watching my tokens being locked with no way to access them." In the comments section, many users echoed similar frustrations, expressing regret for following others without fully understanding the feature. Some, more cautious, had tested staking for a day, and successfully withdrew their Pi, though without any interest. Staking typically involves locking a set number of tokens in a blockchain to earn rewards based on the amount staked and the commitment period. However, unlike farming, which also locks tokens to earn rewards, tokens staked on Pi Network are used for validating transactions on the blockchain. After the staking period ends, users typically receive their original tokens along with additional tokens as rewards. This misunderstanding led many users to assume Pi's staking worked similarly, and so they staked their entire Pi holdings for long periods instead of starting small or reviewing the terms carefully, An said. In a blog update on June 30th, the project's Pi core team, PCT, clarified, "Note there are no Pi rewards on the protocol level for the staking, as it does not make sense for the network to promote one Pi app over another through this staking feature. It is up to the third-party developer of a specific Pi app or service if they want to provide any incentive, whether that be in the form of app features and quality, user experience, in-app rewards, promotions, etc., to pioneers to stake Pi for their app or service and increase their ranking in the ecosystem. The original staked amount will be returned to the users once the stake duration has ended." Following the clarification, PCT suspended the staking feature. However, many users on social media complained that they had not yet received their staked PI tokens and were left feeling helpless. Pi Network's Pi Day, March 14th, and Pi 2-Day, June 28th, are major events for the community, with the Pi core team often making important announcements or launching updates. Crypto site CCN noted that this year's Pi 2-Day saw no meaningful progress, with the team still struggling to move forward with existing features. The project had previously faced criticism for frustrating users, with slow progress on promised ecosystem improvements. The market reacted poorly to the changes. Pi's token price, which stood at 66 cents on June 26th, has since dropped to 50 cents. Pi Network has 60 million members in 200 countries and territories, the same as a year ago. Launched in 2019, Pi Network promoted itself as a way for users to mine the crypto for free by tapping a button in its mobile app daily. Vietnam is among the countries with the most miners. The project has been controversial, taking nearly 6 years to launch its mainnet before finally allowing users to transfer Pi to exchanges for trading on Feb. 20 this year. But the project is still viewed as an incomplete blockchain initiative, lacking smart contract functionality and open-source transparency. To date, the development team has only introduced limited updates, including a domain name auction feature, the PiFest shopping campaign, and a few small-scale applications. The sentiment you're describing, no gains, no way out. Pi Network users regret staking tokens reflects growing frustration among some Pi Network participants who staked their Pi coins, hoping for future value appreciation, but now feel trapped due to delays in open mainnet launch and limited liquidity. Here's a breakdown of the situation. Why users regret staking Pi tokens. 1. Illiquidity and lockup periods. Staking Pi coins often involves locking them up for extended periods, for example 3 years. Without open mainnet, staked Pi cannot be traded or withdrawn, leaving users unable to capitalize on any potential value. 2. Uncertain mainnet timeline. Pi Network remains in enclosed mainnet, meaning Pi is not yet tradable on major exchanges. Repeated delays in open mainnet have eroded trust, with some users calling Pi a glorified test net. Pi's value is speculative. It has no real market price until open mainnet launches. Some stakers fear Pi could become worthless if adoption fails, or if the project stalls indefinitely. Early miners who staked large amounts now see no way to sell even if they wanted to. Scams and fake Pi markets have tricked some users into selling at near zero rates. The core team emphasizes patience, claiming staking boosts long-term ecosystem health. They argue that open mainnet will only launch once mass KYC and utility development are complete. However, skeptics accuse Pi of being a soft Ponzi relying on new user influx to sustain interest. Wait for open mainnet. If it ever launches, staked Pi may become tradable. Sell Pi IOU, risky. Some gray market platforms trade Pi IOUs, but these are unregulated and often scams. Use Pi in limited apps. Some Pi accepting apps exist, but liquidity remains near zero. Many Pi stakers feel misled by the promise of future riches, only to find their tokens locked indefinitely. Until open mainnet arrives, if it does, Pi remains an illiquid, speculative asset, leading to regret among early adopters who expected faster returns. Would you like insights on alternative crypto projects with more immediate liquidity?